Greetings metalheads and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews. I'm George and today I'm going to be taking you through my recent order, my little batch of goodies if you like, from Todestrieb or Todestrieb, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Records, from their distribution and web store. Absolutely great site. I'll put a link in the descriptions. But essentially I've got a little mixed batch here. I've got a CD, got some tapes, got a few other little bits and pieces here. But it's a really good web store, great selection of stuff, great prices, free postage over 30 I think it is. So I just want to take you through this little batch then. So I've got some real interesting articles here. Kick off with this little article first. I've got a cassette tape. This is from a band that I believe it was sort of a one-man project. This was originally released in 2006 I believe. It's been out for a while. This is from Undying, and this is, I believe it's actually a demo, but it's entitled A Haunt Within the Mist. And there's our little tape there. So if this is a demo, it's a pretty good recording for a demo. This is very frosty black metal. This is in the vein of, because of its amazing kind of atmospheres and the layers and textures here, the kind of the haunting, ethereal kind of atmosphere. It's a good mix of early Emperor and Winter Philith, but if you imagine Winter Philith, but a bit frostier, a little bit kind of spookier, if you like. It's actually really good stuff. Really like this. Listened to it a few times now. Kicking off with The Awakening of Black Hatred. Really good track, very epic and grand. Dark Winds Howl Over the Blighted Peaks. I think that is a stunning track name. Absolutely love it. May the Earth Forever Wither. Really good. If you like very kind of frosty, very atmospheric, very dark and gloomy black metal, check out Undying. Check out A Haunt Within the Mist. It's really good. It's a short-lived little project, kind of one-man band, I think. I believe there was a name change or a move in a different sort of musical direction. However, picked this up for like £5. I thought I'd give it a chance. Reading the description saying that it was, you know, quite grim black metal. From the UK as well, from up north I believe. Undying with A Haunt Within the Mist. Really good. If you just like kind of raw, gritty black metal that's very atmospheric, very chilling, that is definitely one to check out. Then we've got two articles actually released from Todestrieb or Todestrieb Records. This is from a US black metal band, now split up, but a name that I kept hearing in regards to being kind of quite a cult band, a bit of a legendary band. This is Judas Iscariot. This is an EP, as I say, released through Nightbirds Records and Todestrieb Records as well. You can see that. One-man band again. Judas Iscariot is Nekromantheon, great name, and Session Hammer, assuming that's drums, from Cryptic Winter. This is an EP, and this is really abrasive, caustic black metal. It sounds great. I really am enjoying this. Over the last sort of year or so, I've been trying to delve a little bit more into the black metal underground scene, and I've discovered some real gems. And I would say that Judas Iscariot is one of those gems. I really want to check out some more of their albums and some more of their material, or Nekromanthion's material. Really great stuff. It's quite a short piece, and interestingly enough, the EP is actually split over both sides of the tape. So there is a side A and B rather than some short releases which are the same on both sides, of course, played back to front. Descent to the Abyss, rather, really good one. Benevolent Whore Dethroned for Eternity. Oh, this has got loads of different kind of, I don't want to say different textures and sounds, but it's got loads of stuff going on here. It's very brutal, in-your-face black metal. It's the sort of black metal that could strip paint off a wall easily. It's frosty, it's chilling, it's caustic stuff. Really good. If you like the kind of early second wave black metal stuff, early catalogue, or the demos we were getting a lot of at that time from those pioneering bands. If you like your very early, very raw black metal, then definitely going to like Dethroned, Conquered and Forgotten. That lovely, frosty black metal EP. And then we've got a full length. So I believe this was actually the most recent album, or the last album. Should also mention these are both Judas Iscariot albums or tapes are limited to 500 copies, which is really cool. Again, it's a Nightbirds Records and Todestrieb Records release. The most recent full-length album, I believe this was from 2013. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. But this is entitled To Embrace the Corpse's Bleeding, which is a great title. Really looks the part as well. Great cover. Creepy as hell. This is great. This, in terms of sound, this does sound a little bit better. Of course, I guess the common attribute, if you like, of black metal is that it tends to be very raw in terms of production and its sound. So Dethroned, Conquered and Forgotten does sound very raw. However, this album does sound a little bit better produced, I will say, in terms of its sound and delivery. A real great mix of tracks here. Particular standouts: I Awoke to a Night of Pain and Carnage, the opening track there, because it's just a blistering black metal assault. It's like being sandblasted by physical matter. Brilliant stuff. Where Eagles Cry and Vultures Laugh. In the Valley of Death, I Am Their King. Brilliant stuff. I love the song titles. And it is a shame that Judas Iscariot is no longer around, or Akhenaten decided to call it a day with this band, because they are really freaking cool. A really frosty black metal album. If you like raw black metal, primitive black metal, then you're gonna love this. Killer riffs, really buzzing riffs, hammering blast beat drums, and proper throat shredding shrieks. Excellent stuff. So that's 3 firmly black metal releases. Now we've got a total wild card. Now, if you've been following the channel, you'll be aware that I am a massive fan of Saxon. Legendary Nwabon band, legendary heavy metal band. So when I saw a tape with this cover from a band entitled Denim Leather, and this release being entitled Set the Spirit Free, which is of course a lyric from the song Denim and Leather, I absolutely couldn't resist taking a chance. So it turns out that this is a sort of compilation piece. One of, or your Heavy Metal Maniac number 269 of 500. So these are hand-numbered limited things. Denim Leather are a band in the kind of traditional heavy metal vein from Brazil, in fact. And you know what? This is actually quite good stuff. This is quite enjoyable. It's nowhere near as good as the quality or, you know, the brilliance of Saxon or Tigers of Pantang or Witchfind. No way. However, it's actually quite an enjoyable little listen. You've got some, as I say, it's a compilation, so you've got some sort of single demo material, and then you've got like a live demo as well. A Saxon medley in there. There's a Tigers of Pantang cover of Gangland. There's a Witchfinder General cover of Free Country. You've got a Motorhead cover of the title track. Brilliant stuff. I really enjoy some of these tracks, like The Voice and Evil Wheels. It's essentially trying to be old school heavy metal, kind of in the Nwabon vein, in the Nwabon sound, but obviously not quite as good, and it does sound very raw and very primitive here, but it's quite enjoyable. This is just enjoyable. If you enjoy good old heavy metal, kind of reminds me a little bit of some of the, shall we say, the less kind of successful heavy metal acts to have come out of that new wave of British heavy metal and the sort of the explosion of heavy metal after that. But it's good. It's enjoyable stuff. Denim Leather, Set the Spirit Free. Nowhere near as good as the legendary Saxon, of course, but that's because Saxon are pretty untouchable in my opinion. But Denim Leather is enjoyable. And just look at that cover. I love that. That's brilliant. You've got Diamond Head there, Tigers, Angel Witch, Pariah, Saxon Motorhead, Witchfinder General, all that different iconography going on there. Really cool stuff. Really cool. Denim Leather, check it out if you like a bit of primitive heavy metal, if you like. So then we've got a CD. Now this one is a band that I have talked about on this channel, recommended them as a band you need to hear on the strength of one album, in fact. But this album is entitled Rise Vulcan Spectre, and I was pleased to get hold of this because it is quite hard to get hold of, certainly an original release copy like this. Can't quite recall the year of release, 2012. I believe that Necromanthion are Norwegian, but they're certainly a Scandinavian band anyway. But this is cracking kind of death thrash metal with a little bit of a groovy kind of heavy metal stomp as well thrown in there for good measure, but absolutely ripping, face melting, shredding thrash attack. Absolutely killer stuff. This is cracking. It sounds a little bit, certainly in the drum sound, sounds a little bit like early Creator, sort of circa Endless Pain up to Pleasure to Kill. There's a little bit of a early Slayer vibe in there as well that I'm getting, but it's absolutely freaking pummeling, thrashing, kind of death thrash metal. Absolutely love this. Particular favourites from me: Cast Down to the Void, the opening track there, Blood Wisdom, cracking, Rise Vulcan Spectre is an absolute face melter, and 12 Depths of Hades, that's a real death metal punch. Raised by Dogs as well, another good one. This is just a cracking album, full of riffs. If you love crunchy riffs, absolutely face-melting, riffing, shredding, amazing brilliance, then you're going to love this. If you love Slayer, if you love Creator, you're going to absolutely love this. Freaking great album. Absolutely love it. Necromanthion, a killer band. A band that you absolutely need to hear. Check it out. It's only about half an hour long as well, so it's not an enormous commitment. So check it out if you've never heard of these guys. Check it out if you've never heard Rise Vulcan Spectre. Killer album. And I like on this little card here, it says Unholy Thrash Metal from the Burning Depths of Hades for fans of old Sepultura, Slayer, Sadus and Sacrifice. A very fitting and apt description there. So those are my articles. I did also add a few more little pin badges. So I've got a Behemoth logo badge, which will be going on my patch jacket, which I recently created and documented the stages of progression there. Got a Pro Fanatica pin badge as well, which is a little bit difficult to see. It's quite subtle. Pro Fanatica, US black metal, and very nice, simple logo of Midnight, US one-man project of blackened heavy metal, speed metal. Great stuff. And what I really do appreciate from Todestrieb is the inclusion of little zines. So I've got a few now. Another one just on the side here. That one was all about Morbid Tales, obviously, from a previous order. But this one is about Blasphemy. Canadian black metal godfathers. This is Holocaust number 4, 1990. So it's a really cool little zine. These are little replica zines, little fan produced booklets, if you like, little mags. Just really cool. Really nice little collector's thing. Cool little souvenir. So yeah, nice little zine. So there you have it. That's my recent Todestrieb order. Just a cool little batch of tapes. Just to recap, we've got Undying with Haunt Within the Mist, a kind of demo quality recording of very atmospheric, very, very dark and evil sounding black metal. Then we've got the absolutely caustic black metal assault of Judas Iscariot, US black metal with Dethroned, Conquered and Forgotten. Stunning EP of very early, very raw black metal. Then we've got a full-length album as well, To Embrace the Corpse Bleeding. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Really raw black metal, as I say. Then we've got heavy metal. I guess it's almost like a bit of a parody, really, but light-hearted and enjoyable. Denim and Leather, Set the Spirit Free. Nice little compilation there. And then the absolutely face-melting, brain-tenderizing riff fest that is Necromantheon with Rise Vulcan Spectre. Check out all of these recordings because they're really enjoyable. Check out Todestrieb as well. Pick yourself up some bargains. But thank you very much for watching, my friends. What are your thoughts and opinions on these albums? Are you a fan? Are you familiar with them? Let me know. Interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching. Do feel free to like and subscribe. As always, it's very, very much appreciated. Do take care, my friends. Do check back soon for more reviews and recommendations. But above all, stay heavy.